You take the first sip, and within minutes, your brain starts trading precision for confidence. Your reaction's slow, your judgment bends, and the most dangerous part is you'll feel more in control right when you're becoming less. This is a science breakdown of what alcohol does inside the body, not instructions or encouragement to drink. You're holding a glass. Inside it is ethanol, a small molecule that doesn't need permission. It slips through cell membranes, crosses into your blood, and then into your brain like it owns the place. Subscribe for extreme body science that's fast, real, and explained like your life depends on it. Very soon after your first drink, the shortcut to your brain. Alcohol doesn't need digestion like a complicated food. Some is absorbed in the stomach, and most is absorbed in the small intestine. From there, bloodstream, brain. How fast you feel it can change a lot. Food in the stomach, drink strength, drinking speed, and individual metabolism all matter. But the biology of what it does is consistent. Your brain responds fast because alcohol is basically a chemical volume knob for your nervous system. It boosts GABA, your brain's main brake pedal. It dampens glutamate, your brain's main gas pedal. So the system that normally keeps you sharp gets softened, not turned off. Softened. Like someone wrapped your brain in a thick towel, you might feel calmer. Less anxious, less self-conscious. But here's the question. Are you calmer? Or just less able to notice danger? As your blood alcohol rises, confidence climbs faster than ability. Now comes the classic trap. Alcohol can increase dopamine signaling in reward circuits, which can make things feel more exciting, more worth it, more funny. That's why your brain starts doing this. I'm fine. I'm actually better like this. I can totally handle it. And now, freeze that moment in your mind, because this is where alcohol becomes dangerous in a way most people don't understand. So the first system to go isn't your balance, it's your internal quality control. The part of your brain that says, check again. Slow down. That's a bad idea. That risk isn't worth it. Alcohol turns that voice down first, so you don't just make worse decisions, you lose the ability to detect that they're worse. And that creates the most lethal mismatch of all. Your confidence rises, while your accuracy collapses. With continued drinking, speech, balance, and the lag you don't feel, as alcohol concentration increases, the cerebellum and vestibular system, your coordination and balance hardware, start getting noisy. That's when you see clumsier movements, slower reaction time, slurred speech, wobble you try to hide by standing very still. And here's the messed up part. Your brain often tries to mask the impairment. You compensate, you focus harder, you overcorrect. So you think you're managing it, right until you have to do something sudden. A quick turn, a fast response, a split-second judgment. That's when alcohol collects its payment. While alcohol is in your system, your liver starts triaging it like a toxin. Your liver treats ethanol as a priority threat. Why? Because your body can't store alcohol. It can't park it for later. It has to break it down. The main pathway goes like this. 1. Alcohol, acetaldehyde, via alcohol dehydrogenase. 2. Acetaldehyde, acetate via aldehyde dehydrogenase. And now meet the true villain of the story. Acetaldehyde is the villain here. It is viciously reactive, forcing your cells to spend energy just to keep their chemistry stable. And until your body can disarm it into acetate, it acts like a chemical alarm, your internal stress signal that tells tissues. Something is wrong. Your liver is on emergency duty. Not because it's being dramatic, because your survival depends on turning acetaldehyde into something safer, fast. But while your liver is stuck in this priority cleanup, other jobs get delayed, and that's where things get weird. Mid-script twist. You feel warm, but you may be losing heat faster. Alcohol can cause vasodilation. Your blood vessels near the skin open wider. More warm blood reaches the surface, so you feel warm, flushed, cozy. But this is the counterintuitive truth. You can lose heat faster. It's like turning your radiator outward in winter. You feel warm for a moment, while your core temperature safety margin quietly shrinks. That's one reason alcohol is linked with higher risk in cold environments. Not because it magically freezes you, because it tricks your temperature sensing while increasing heat loss. Feel warm, get colder. Your body loves cruel illusions. As alcohol continues, dehydration isn't a myth, it's chemistry. Alcohol can suppress ADH, antidiuretic hormone, which normally tells your kidneys to conserve water. Less ADH means your kidneys let more water go, so you pee more. And you lose fluid, and with it, electrolytes. Now add another layer. Alcohol can irritate your stomach lining and increase acid production in some people. That's nausea territory. So you get a perfect storm. Fluid loss, possible stomach upset, a brain that's less stable and more reactive. And then you wonder why your head starts to feel tight. Under the hood, blood sugar can drop in the wrong context. Here's another underappreciated effect. While your liver is processing alcohol, it can reduce gluconeogenesis, the process of making new glucose. If you haven't eaten much or your glycogen stores are low, your blood sugar can fall. That can feel like shakiness, sweating, weakness, irritability, confusion that doesn't feel like drunk, just wrong. And here's the scary part. Those symptoms can overlap with intoxication, so people miss them. Alcohol doesn't only slow you down, it can also destabilize the brain's fuel supply in certain situations. Later that night, sleep arrives, but it's not real recovery. A lot of people say alcohol helps them sleep. It can make you fall asleep faster because it increases sedation, but it often fragments sleep later and can reduce REM early in the night, with rebound effects later. You get lighter sleep, more awakenings, and less restorative quality. So you wake up thinking, why am I exhausted? I was unconscious for 8 hours. Because you didn't recover. You were merely sedated. And when your brain doesn't properly cycle through deep, stable sleep stages, your next day doesn't start at zero. It starts in debt. The hangover, your body in cleanup mode. A hangover isn't one single thing, it's a pileup. Common drivers include dehydration and electrolyte shifts, leftover acetaldehyde and metabolic stress, sleep disruption, stomach irritation, inflammatory signaling changes, your immune system notices the stress. And the brain piece is brutal. Neurotransmitters don't snap back instantly. GABA-glutamate balance has to normalize. Stress hormones can be elevated. Your nervous system can feel raw. That's why the hangover isn't just pain. It's often sensitivity. Light too bright, sound too sharp, emotions too loud. But what about tolerance? If someone drinks regularly, the body adapts. Some enzymes can increase activity and the brain can adjust receptor sensitivity. That can reduce obvious sedation. But it does not mean alcohol is harmless. It can mean the person looks fine while still impaired in judgment and reaction time, and still stressing organs and sleep. And because biology varies, genes, body composition, liver enzyme variants, medications, food intake, two people can have very different responses to the same amount. That's not an opinion. That's how metabolism works. The real headline inside your body alcohol isn't just a feeling. It's a system-wide event. Brain, brakes amplified, control systems dulled, reward turned up. Liver, emergency detox mode, other metabolic duties delayed. Kidneys, water conservation reduced. Dehydration risk. Stomach, irritation potential, nausea, and reflux risk. Sleep, sedation up front, quality down later. Temperature, warmth illusion, potential core heat loss. So the next time you see alcohol as a simple drink, remember what it really is. A molecule that can make you feel invincible, while quietly negotiating with every organ you have. Tap and subscribe to the channel for more such interesting videos.